watching him in the Copa Amsterdam. He's such a player, you know, like he's got a lot of confidence in himself. He was among three Sundowns players, you know, like you could see that the only thing to do was to try and dribble myself out of this position, and he got something from the assistant referee.
A little embarrassing there for Bangashe too. His teammates will remind him about that in the coming weeks, I'm sure. But he's playing tonight in a position in which Sherry Lekotwane used to operate. He used to be the phenomenal first choice, away from Marlon. So beaten already once tonight against his former club. Brent Evans looking for Vilakazi. Ferreira goes for goal. Blocked by Fangashe. Now Kale. Evans. Mere to Chabangu. Ferreira stayed up there. Duty trying to thread it through into the path of Serowani. It was blocked. Pangashe again. Finds Muriri. Now can he whip it in for Basuma, who's waiting in the middle. Giving Ajax time though to get players back. Shepherd trying to dispossess Ferreira, who's so strong on the ball. Now Duty up to Masel. Robin Johannes play it back to Marlon, miscued by the keeper. The pressure continues here from Ajax as we approach the half-time. Duty climbing all over Robin Johannes, catching him from behind, and that'll be a free kick in favour of the visitors.
Look at the size of Shamir Duty compared to Johannes, you know, like, you know, but the confidence in the youngster as well in terms of trying to win the ball, and the ref was right, I think, according to the back of his head. Difference as well, Mark, is that Sundowns need to go back to their strength and play according to their structure, then be able to get something. Because as Dylan Shepherd, if they had something like this every time on the left and on the right, but it's only coming on the left hand side because Dylan Shepherd is staying there. There is no one on the right hand side being able to bring those points. With Ajax, they've got Shamir Tuti, they've got Franklin Kane, and the attack comes from both sides, you know. So that's the difference as well, and the 1-0 is they deserve to be in 1-0.
We are approaching the half-time here. Surprise, really, a little shove there from Shabalala. Sundowns have got 7 players in this penalty area, and a chance here for Spencer. It was Vilakazi who got a little touch in there to deny Spencer an opportunity for a close-in shot. Ajax clearing their lines. This is Mere now. They'll start all over again, try and switch it out wide. Chabangu's come across to the left-hand side now. Pangashe finds Mere again. Shepherd is out on the right. Nice turn from Daka, looking for Basuma. Ferreira's clearance. Has been an inconsistent last couple of months for Sundowns, who already had that one coaching change. They did get to the final of the MTN 8, but battled in the league. It's fair to say most teams have been fairly inconsistent. The results certainly been surprising week in, week out. Touch from Masel. Now it could be 1 against 1, up against Manzini. He's going to go for goal, gets past Manzini, tries the shot, saved by Marlon. There was a little attempt from Manzini too to tug at the shirt of the Ghanaian there. He was floating with danger, the Sundowns captain. End-to-end action here in the closing stages of the first half.
He knew that he was all by himself, and what an experience, 3 against 1, and still get a shot. That's a good striker, you know.
Perhaps not the power he was looking for, Masel, but just glided past Michael Manzini. So food for thought for Henri Michel. stuttering and spluttering on the bench, as his team are doing out on the pitch as well. Toby. He's working with Zulu at the moment, but the Sundowns fans want him back. You remember he won the championship co-coaching with Miguel Gamondi 2 seasons ago.
If you do well for the club, they will always remember you, all the contribution you make. It's amazing how people don't forget, But it's they want. But I think the coach has started. They must look at the results somewhere in about February. So because it's a new coach, instead of just firing coaches, I don't think it's good for our football.
Muriri, Basuma. This is better from Sundowns. Daka into the middle. Chabangu with a header. Off target. Shepherd keeps possession for Sundowns. Now taken away by Duty, cleared by Masel. It's only Vilakazi up front and Michael Manzini, and all of a sudden one-on-one again. So final flurry here at the end of the first half. The referee will add 2 minutes of stoppage time. Those teams will be grateful for the break. They certainly have given us a splendid tempo tonight's game.
Yes, Ajax as well being dominant, but the approach of their system in the midfield, you could know that it would give you the results. Like they had 2 attacking midfielders, Spies, a striker. By doing that, only this time when Gaka went forward, there was never been any cross from the Rato Shabang on the right-hand side, the first one for this game.
Craig Rossley, assisted by William Mugay, who is, of course, a prolific striker, or was a prolific striker in his day. The former Tata Bushbucks player. Ended his career here at Ajax and then had a little swell with Free State Stars, came back here to coach. You remember his brother, his twin brother, William, was also a coach on several occasions in a caretaker capacity with Free State Stars. Now, a little touch from Duty. Ajax failing to clear their lines. They've got another 40 seconds or so to hold out before the half-time break. Go into the interval with the psychological advantage of that lead. Mere looking for Basuma. Carlos has kept the Zambian under close surveillance throughout this first half. Now, can Mere whip it in again? This time with the left foot. Away by Ali. Shepherd back in. Chabangu showed too much. Stolen away by Duty. And the half-time whistle is sounded by the referee. So, Ajax will go into the break. Patrice Motsepe, the Sundowns chairman, who's made the trip down here, will not be pleased. There's the look from Justin Dladla as he turns to George Acuna, and a picture there painting 1,000 words as Sundowns continue to battle under the weight of expectation, and Ajax go into the break with this 1-goal lead. It came in the 21st minute. Eduardo Ferreira at the back post, off the thigh, excellent corner from Kale. Ajax 1, Sundowns 0 at half-time here at the Athlone Stadium.
Premier Soccer League presents the ABSA Premiership. Tense. Exhilarating. Breathtaking. The ABSA Premiership. Premiership of Dreams.
It's full throttle on Supersport from the beginning of January. The Dakar Rally finds a new home in Argentina and Chile. Follow it from the 3rd. The 2 leading ODI teams in the world square up in a 5-match series down under and find out who will come out tops in the first Grand Slam of 2009. This January, Dakar Rally, Australia versus South Africa, Australian Open, MTN Domestic Championship, FA Cup and the English Premier League. In February, the Welsh Dragons will be breathing fire in their bid to retain the Six Nations title. The fearsome Vodacom Super 14 kicks off on the 13th and the world's top golfers are on the hunt for birdies and eagles on the US PGA Tour. In February, Six Nations, Vodacom Super 14 and US PGA Tour. In March, the World Superbike Championship gets underway in Australia and Qatar. The Proteas return home to face Australia in a test series and the title-chasing Formula One begins in Australia. In March, World Superbike Championship, South Africa versus Australia and Formula One, getting the year off to a winning start. Action attractions.
It's easy to spot a bar one man. Oh, you'll know him when you see him. He's a fighter, but he has a softer side. And whoever he is, in a crisis, he's your man. Because when it comes to his priorities, no challenge is too daunting. With all the energy you get from tons of caramel, glucose, malt, and real thick Nestle chocolate, it's easy to spot a bar one man.
Welcome, guys. Welcome. So, are you guys ready to support your team? African Star. Yeah. Relax. It's called a cheese-scope. It's gonna be nice and smooth, man. Supposed to know why you're wearing socks. Yo, the Pakistans.
No, Brazil.
Get closer to the game. Africa style.
We're smiling here in the studio, but the reason we're smiling is because we cannot predict what's going on with South African football these days. Every single team that you think might come up with a performance, Zane, is just not doing so. I mean, what a first half performance from Ajax Cape Town. We looked, no Kanyeza, no Clifford Ngobeni, no Clayton Daniels, no difference.
Thomas, if you're a betting man, it's really hard in South African soccer. Those people are playing those soccer bets, it's really hard for them. And another interesting statistic, is that Ajax, when they've been leading, when they've scored first, they've won 7 and drawn 1. They've never lost any game. And also when they've led at halftime, which is the case now, they're 1-0 up. They've won 4, they haven't drawn, and they haven't lost. So it looks like everything is in their favor now.
The writing is on the wall.
Yeah, definitely.
Doc, you were pointing out where it was that Sundowns lost the plot a little bit. When you looked at their lineup, you didn't maybe tell it to our people exactly the way it is, but in the game you were telling me, very defensive. Tell us why you're saying that.
Because obviously, Michel, obviously, he's gone for a reinforced defense. If you play 2 central defenders, that means you're reinforcing your defense. And obviously, you're telling those guys to say, you are saying to them, come at me. And this is what Ajax is doing, because they're not creative Sundowns. They're playing with Spence and Kaka in the middle of the park. And obviously, I said to you, Ajax, they're very good when it comes to wing play, and this is exactly what they're doing. So straight replacement for Acuna and Nyandoro. Now it's Spencer and Gatka in the middle, and still plenty of other defensive players on the field there for Mamelodi Sundowns. It hasn't worked so far. Ajax are 1-0 up. This is how the situation has ended up, as it is at halftime. And well, Sundowns came out guns blazing, looking to get the early shot in there, and on that occasion, Petim almost gave the likes of Mbasuma a half chance. Yeah, Mbasuma showing his striking ability there, but it was too straight and easily handled by Petim. And then a double save there from Calvin Marlin. Should have been better, Doc. I think he should have been composed there. Obviously, the keeper there is coming diving. If you look at it, he should have finished it easily. Yeah, but also credit to Marlon for for closing him down fast. That's experience, eh?
Yeah, that is experience. Fantastic experience there being shown by what is going on there. There's the shot coming in and just wide of the post. Then looking again, Calvin Marlin called into action as at the back post the headers were coming in, but that back post header is starting to cause a bit of pressure, and later the goal would come
at this stage. It's all Ajax, Thomas. They're in control, they're creating all the opportunities, and they could have been 1 or 2 goals more up.
Then here it is, the ball to the back post, and at that moment you might think he's going to hit it, but it doesn't hit there, but they all count.
Yeah, I told you, Thomas, I don't understand, how do we defend? Obviously, if you look at it, that guy is sneaking right at the back, and this is not the only game I was talking about it. The previous game, a similar situation happened,
Eduardo Ferreira, all alone as he sneaks in the big unit and finds the back of the net.
Once again, Franklin Kale's ball, very dangerous in there.
Nazir Ali there. Now, there's question marks about whether this was a penalty from Robin Johannes. The slow-mo might give us an idea. Watch here, ball's gone, and contact. Very tight decision there for the referee to make. But he doesn't point to the spot. Great turn from Duty. Ali's in, then it required stopping.
All the attacks is coming from the wings, Thomas. And if Sundowns, they're not going to do something about their right and the left backs, these guys, they can score more than 2 goals.
Here's another look as look at Samik Duti's turn.
Beautiful pass.
And Nazir Ali gets the double deflection there to go for the corner kick. Sundowns have the possession away from home, but that doesn't count. Shots on target, Ajax 5, Sundowns only 1. Shots off target, it's 1 apiece there. And when you look at the corner count, it's Ajax that are dominating in all the areas that count there, which is the attacking football, the areas that give you the goals. It's Ajax that have the upper hand.
Sundowns are just not effective, and like Doctor said, they're just too defensive. If you really look at it, Sundowns are playing with 6 defenders plus the goalkeeper, which makes them 7 defenders. And then they've got only 4 attacking players, and we all know that the best form of defense is attack. So I don't know why the coach changed the tactics from the last game against Maritzburg, where he used Vilakazi. Now he's taken him out and played Spencer in the middle. So we all know also that Mbosuma is not in the best physical condition. He's not very mobile. Surprise also is not the quickest of players. So they're lacking that pace and that momentum in attack. And it's not going to be easy for them to score unless they change it and bring another attacker in and remove one defensive player.
That player would obviously be sitting on the bench. Zuma, the attack-minded player. You think he can make a difference?
But Zuma, obviously, he's been playing there as a striker. What Zayn is trying to say, they need somebody who can fetch and carry the balls and make them play, because obviously they're playing to the ability of disadvantage. Advantage of probably Tandem Gomen or Vilakazi for that matter. And you must remember, Ajax, if they can bring on Swatla, then it's another problem.
More fire. More fire. Let's quickly update you as far as the results and latest scores are concerned. And here they are for you. Bay United beating Golden Arrows. Supersport United going down to Santos. Kaizer Chiefs were 2-0 up there, as you can see, and then conceded 2 goals in 8 minutes towards the end of the game to give Platinum Stars a share of the spoils. Ajax Cape Town 1-0 up against Mamelodi Sundowns. There's a festive atmosphere taking place at the Athlone Stadium. It's plenty of celebrations taking place
and
there.
Plenty of distractions as well, Thomas.
Now looking at some of the games that are coming up, and when you look at what's coming up, it's Ajax Cape Town, Mamelodi Sundowns second half, and then we got tomorrow Amazulu against Orlando Pirates. So we'll start at 3 o'clock. PSL TV next week. There is great activity as far as our magazine shows are concerned. We're still bringing them to you as we build up to Christmas. It's back pages with the journalists looking at this weekend's action. I'm sure they're going to have a lot to say about what happened in the games we've seen so far. Extra time will review all of the action, give you the insights and some of the mistakes and positive moments from the matches we've seen so far. Then it's the Professor Augusto Palacios that will be with Pumlani on the Mzansi Legends show, and Engine Premier Soccer will then look back at the year and give you all of those wonderful moments from the season that has been. Those are the festivities that are taking place there on that table right in the middle of the field that you can see. It's the Telkom Knockout Cup trophy, and you can see that Ajax have gone all out there to give their supporters a real celebration as far as being cup champions are concerned, and also today to try and get 3 points to give that celebration some extra impetus. What always saying, Doc, that when you start winning and you keep winning, that tends to become something now that becomes a tradition at the club. That seems to be happening.
Yeah, well, it's good for them, and it's a trend. Obviously, they cannot afford to lose the momentum at this moment. They've won against Pirates, and now they're playing Sundowns. And you must remember, they're just going to a recess, probably 2.5 weeks, and their first game it's a derby against Santos. And you can imagine they really want that one also.
It's going to be big. It's going to be a great second half. You don't want to miss it.
These commentators are so good. I don't have to see the match. Just visualize, of course.
Man.
Hey, how creative, you know?
Get commentary that will enhance your viewing pleasure this Sunday. Will the sensational Teko Modise inspire the Bucks to a convincing win when they take on KwaZulu-Natal's formidable Usutu? Amazulu versus Orlando Pirates. Yo, Kyofiwa. It's Super Diski on Super Sport, proudly sponsored by ABSA. Today, tomorrow, together.
This conflict comes naturally. Experienced two teams unleashing the full might of their basic instinct to wipe each other out. The KFC 2020 Internationals, only on Super Sport.
The battle to be the best football club in the world. The FIFA Club World Cup, live on Super Sport.
There's something that ignites our passion, that feeds our hunger. It is something that drives us. It stimulates our soul every week. It is our lifeblood for excitement, for the agony, the anticipation, and that golden moment of pure ecstasy. This is our life. Soccer Laduma. Ignite your passion every Wednesday.
Silver Sands. Join the poker champions.
The Premier Soccer League presents the ABSA Premiership. Tense. Exhilarating. Breathtaking. The ABSA Premiership. The Premiership of Dreams.
So welcome back everyone here to the Athlone Stadium. Ajax Cape Town seeking to go top of the table tonight. If they can hold on to this 1-0 lead over Mamelodi Sundowns, they will have a 1-point advantage at the head of the standings come the start of the new year. Mamelodi Sundowns ready to get the second half underway. They've made a change with the entree of Tando Ngumeni, another local lad who's onto the pitch. He comes on in place of Lerato Chabangu. The second half is underway. Sundowns attacking the goal to the right-hand side. Daka with A touchback here to Michael Manzini. Mike Ntombele is alongside me as our expert analyst tonight. Let's just talk about that substitution quickly. Mike, Chabangu all over the park really in the first half, and he's been taken out, and the silky skills of Tando Ngomeni coming on.
Oh yes, Lerato, his strength is playing wide and be able to come inside, but he was spending most of his time just behind the strikers. So now they're not going to get the crosses back, and again, putting on Tando Ngomeni has promised so much. He should have grown. You know, this is one player we thought is going to follow his brother's footsteps and be an icon in the game. He is let down by a lot of reasons, but I think he's got good passes. Maybe they're going to find, but there won't be any crosses again from the right-hand side.
No stranger to the Athlone Stadium. Tando Ngomeni played for Santos, of course, in 2 separate spells. Signed by Sundowns at the start of the season. Foul there committed by Robin Johannes, who is going to go into the book. So Sundowns' tally of yellow cards continues to increase. Spencer and Chabangu already booked. Franklin Kale the victim on that occasion.
Oh yes, Johannes is a good player as he is, but he normally plays at the most 4 games, then he's out again. You know, because it's very rare that he doesn't get a booking. I think it was a foul, but at the very same time, the hole on the right wing is not there. It's for Vuyomero to go all the way and push the whole defense into unnecessary positions. You know, like it was a good tackle from Franklin Kane. He can do going forward and defensively. You know, he's a complete player.
Needlessly given away by Robin Johannes there. This is the reaction from goalkeeper Petter. Johannes way inside Ajax's half of the pitch, conceding that yellow. Manzini mistimed his attempted clearance there. Masel has possession, and Johannes this time with a legal challenge. Sundowns indeed will get the throw in as well. Now Shabalala playing it back to Petten, who gets his first touch of this half. Hasn't had much to do in this game. Protected by a strong back 4, notably Ferreira and Carlser in the centre-back roles. Evans and Nazir Ali as the 2 fullbacks. Now Muriri. Ngomeni plays the 1-2. Wasn't expecting the return pass, just hesitated, but he's got possession. And then combination of Ferreira and Carlser strip him of the ball. Ali clears. Daka to Pangashe. Now the man from Bushbuck Ridge, Michael Manzini. Mere. Challenge from Selowani. Ajax have possession here. Spencer had the last touch. Throw into the home side, who lead by a 1-0. Ferreira was the scorer in the 21st minute. Masel, Franklin Kale. Evans has gone down the flank to provide an option, but Kale's held on to possession. Gets that cross in. Selowani, or Masel rather, had the header. No wide of goal. Well, he whipped some splendid crosses in last Saturday night in the Cup final, set up the goals for Ajax, and once again Franklin Kale with a wonderful ball played in.
Very strong as well on his feet. His physique is well conditioned, you can see. He plays very well, and I think the more we have people playing wide, the better for our game, because that's how the game is played now.
Vilakazi's been a little in the wars tonight. Got another knock, but as a smile, he's got a nappy new haircut as well. The Cup final celebration. Such a slightly built player is Nazir Ali, but very strong on his feet.
one of the best. He's a modern fullback, you know, like he can go forward, very comfortable, he can read the space very well. Not physique is needed largely on the fullback. It is at the center of the defense where balls are crossed in. As a fullback, if you are able just to be clever and be able to mark man and be able to contribute when you're going forward. That's what he does for Ajax very well going forward.
Now, Seloane has possession here. Masel played well tonight in place of the suspended Mabudi Kanyeza. Ali Duty looking to get it across, and it was blocked by Pangashe. It will be a throw into Ajax Cape Town. So the pressure continuing from the home side.
Very interesting that Ajax, as they play, when they attack, they've got always 3 defenders at the back. Either one fullback goes, not both of them go. Off the camera, you can see it now, how nicely is it structured, how it's not possible for Sundowns to catch them on the counter-attack. Not all the fullbacks will go, either Nazim goal or Brad Evans goes.
Long clearance here from Marlon. Header away from Shabalala. This is Dylan Shepherd. Now the new man, Gumeni, who's just come on. Muriri. Well, he's looking to play Tando Ngomeni. Finds Mbasuma. Look at the strength of Mbasuma there. Ngomeni again. Through the legs of the referee, and Shepherd plays it over the top. Again, Patton not tested, which has been noticeable tonight.
Yes, Patton has got one slight disadvantage in terms of his physique as a goalkeeper, but he's never tested in such games, you know, like he can play for his 4th season, there's no ball being played on crosses, and he's going to be able to escape. But Tandon Goweni has made an impression now, he's starting to dictate his attempts inside the midfield.
Back live again with the strength of Busuma, who claims the corner. Coming off Nazir Ali. The questions about Basuma's fitness through the 90, he's still working his way back to regular football. You can see his physique has improved over the last couple of months. From when he made his first surprise appearance in that MTN8 final, he was chosen in the starting lineup.
For the viewers at home, it was the ball went out before it came back to the field because the assistant ref picked it up properly. The ball, as he kicked it, it went out and came back inside and was pulled for a goal kick, you know.
So Petton clears. Johannes over the head of Ferreira, who mistimed it there. Moridi gives chase. A bit of pressure here on Petton again. Clearance though, finds Duty, and the chase is on from Masel with Robin Johannes. He did well. Now Mere. Kaka. A little bit more patience now, Sundowns. Pangashe. A little too strong for Muridi. To recover and try and set it all up again. Spencer got in there with a decisive touch. There he is again. Shepherd. Strong challenge from Cardle, sir, but referee plays on. Ali's gone down as well. There are 2 players affected by that little sequence. Martin Cardle, sir, also feeling the effects of his challenge on Dylan Shepherd. For the stretcher, he looks to be in a bit of pain. He got knocked a little earlier as well in the challenge with Collins and Basuma when he blocked the run of Basuma and gave away the corner. And Siwakla is standing by to come on. Here's the first change for Ajax. He was a teenage star in the making. Looks as if Ajax are going to make that change now, irrespective of whether Ali can continue or not. Ali looks to be okay. And Siwakla is going to come on for duty.
Oh yes, he has been working gingerly, you know, like he got some knock earlier on, and but I would think he's done his job, you know, like he's quite an interesting youngster, hopefully being Rwanda to play for the under-20s, you know, like Alex have to make a tough call on this youngster because he's been more regular than Siwaka. We would have expected Siwaka should be the one starting the game. He's sitting on the bench for this youngster.
South Africa playing in the Under-20 African Championships in Rwanda next month. Looking to qualify for the World Youth Championships, which next year will be held in Egypt. South Africa have only qualified once before for the World Under-20 Cup, as it's called now. It was in Malaysia in '97 when the generation of Quinton Fortune, Benny McCarthy, and Matthew Booth, who's in the crowd here tonight, watching as a spectator, were the stars. You remember Junaid Hartley as well. A lot of those players went on to have a regular career with Bafana Bafana. The coach, of course, was Shakes Mashaba. Siwakla. Ali goes on the overlap. Siwakla not inclined to pass it the first time, and he ran into a bit of trouble there, then decided he was going to pass it, overcooked it and looked at Ali and said, "Where are you, son?"
Very unpredictable. That's why a disciplined coach and a very structured coach like Craig Ross will not start Siwakla because he knows he's going to see more often of those things inside the field.
Matthew Booth in the crowd tonight. On holiday, of course, the end of the Russian season. His parents on the right-hand side and his young son there as well. He lives in Fishhook. He earns his money in the cold confines of Russia. Their season over now, and enough speculation as to Matthew Booth's next move and the contract. Hopefully he might get a nice lucrative transfer somewhere else. Yes, Shepherd. Hits it with the right foot and hits it well wide of goal.
Good player, has been very consistent. He has been one of the few players at Sundowns who have been doing well, but expected to do so because he's very reliable and he does well. But his right foot is not one of the strongest. He's not as strong as Franklin Kane's one. But I think he's still giving something to Sundowns from the left-hand side. There is still nothing from the right-hand side.
Lukazi now over the top for Masel. And Marlon just had to check his positioning there, was right on the line, collected comfortably, made it look fairly easy. Been back for a while now, Calvin Marlon, taking over from Brian Beloy, who had an extraordinarily good first half of the season. In fact, did so well, he got himself back into the Bafana squad. In fact, they had a game in one of the friendly matches against Ghana in Bloemfontein. Beloy's back on the bench. Marlon is back as number one, and I think Marlon too will be looking to try and work his way back into the South African squad. He was at the World Cup finals in 2002 as backup to Andre Arends and Hans Vonk. There's Muriri now, a little touch inside. Clearance away from Cardelsa. Back up. Kale, strong challenge from Gumeni. Lovely skill too. Brett Evans is beaten in the challenge. Here's Mere onto the edge of the area. Muriri, is he going to get a shot on goal? Just looking to steady himself, a little off balance when he fired that in. Good move from Sundowns.
Tandem Gomez has been quite key as well in terms of this, but a good strike at 40, but unfortunately missed the target. You have to try and hit the target, you can get something from it.
Look how well Muriri just shields his ball away from the defender. That second touch was a little bit too strong. He was off balance as he tried to recover. Now Kale drives us in. He's not the tallest on the pitch, making a vain effort to get his head onto the end of it. Kusuma, Nagasha, now Shepherd, Spencer in the middle. Masel there from Shabalala, just biting at the feet of the Sundowns attackers. Basuma now gets it square, be cleared away by Kale. Now Siwasha, this is the counter from Ajax. He needs support, not that he'll be interested in it, he's always prepared to go on his own. Masel Siwasha, who was the youngest ever scorer in the league at the age of 17. That goal against Dynamos, if my memory serves me correctly, was live here on a Wednesday night on your World of Champions, in the days when we only had the Wednesday night games, so they were still the best matches. Now we got them all, Mike.
Oh yes, by then it was disky, now it's super disky. As we say, like Suwata, he hasn't grown the way you'd expected. He was on the right-hand side, going to Petu's goal, and he received it nicely, like a very mature pass, and he scored a beautiful goal.
Now it is Shepherd who floats this in, and Selowani who does the clearing. Mere. Very quickly closed down. Sundowns will have the kick. This is Bongani Twala, who's had one start and 2 appearances as substitutes. Dylan Shepherd is the man who's coming off. That would seem a strange move, Mike.
Quite strange, you know, like in Bongani Twala is not one of the wide players in the central midfield, so they are going to expect the full backs to go. On the right hand side they've got Vuyomere, but on the left Pangas will not be able to do that, so they have to change the approach and attack from direct.
Ball to the back post, there's the header from Spencer, or Johannes rather. Cleared away by Ajax. Johannes, who's yet to find the back of the net this season. Evans clears.
There's more pressure now from Sundowns. Sundowns look like they mean business. They want to go and spend time mostly into the Ajax half and be able to get a goal. They're just looking for one goal to at least get something from this game, you know. Where they came here for a point, now they look like they will get nothing, hence they're fighting just to get 1 point.
This is Mere. Davis back to Manzini, in turn finds Marlon. This now Johannes. First touch from Twala since coming on. They've made 2 changes, the other substitute Igor Mene. With Siwatla on for duty. Don't forget, live tomorrow from Princess Magogo Stadium in Kamashu, our final offering of the PSL year for 2009, and what a year it has, or 2008 rather, what a year it has been. The Usutu on the Zulu up against the Orlando Pirates. Coverage on Supersport 4, your home of PSL football. And what a way to see out the year with a real classic in the South African game, 2 of the old favourites, and there'll be a nice holiday crowd, one would presume, in Durban. You in the studio for that tomorrow, Mike? No?
No, I'm not. Day off. Day off. And Zulu, one of the sleeping giants in our football, you know, like they got a draw away from Santos last week at the last minute, and now it's going to be at home. They need